Hello, my lords, ladies and gentlemen. We at Nick Saraf's Foodlog would like to issue the following statement before the upcoming episode. This episode has been divided into 3 parts for your convenience, and that is because my producers feel your attention span isn't good enough for you to watch the episode at the full length at one go. So why don't you just enjoy the first part? Enjoy. Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs. Je vais préparer le petit déjeuner français aujourd'hui. What? No French? I can't speak French. No? Are you sure? Okay. Well then, hello my lords, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Nick Saraf's Foodlog. Last time we made a full English breakfast, and this time we're taking a trip across the channel to England's best friend, France. They love each other so much they fought a brilliant war for 100 years. Well then. So, the French breakfast is very different from the English breakfast. It's very light, buttery, flaky, and it is the second most popular breakfast in the world, commonly known as the Continental Breakfast. So today we're going to make 4 popular French breakfast foods: tartine, croissant, pain au chocolat, and brioche. This is exactly how I'm going to say the names of these things because they're French. I will not compromise my integrity and say it in any other way. Deal with it. So the first thing we're going to make is the tartine. Tartine is nothing but a slice of bread with a layer of jam on it. And for that, we're going to make the most famous and traditional French bread, the baguette. The baguette is made of 2 parts. The first part is called the Poolish. Now this might sound like how French people would say Polish, but it's not. It's just Poolish. There is really no meaning to it, so really don't bother. So for the Poolish, you take equal quantities of flour and water, and you first sift the flour. Now we add equal amount of water to the flour. So that's 300 grams of flour and 300 milliliters of water. Mix it up with a rubber or silicone spatula till it forms slight paste, and then you add in about 12 grams of yeast. Make sure you crumble the yeast well so that it's powdery. Mix it all together to form a nice little paste. It should be pasty like this. Let's cover it with a layer of cling film or plastic tightly. The reason we do this is so that there's no skin formed on top of the dough. Wrap it up in plastic and leave it in a nice warm place for about 2 hours to rise. So now that this has risen more than twice its size, it's time to put the rest of the dough in to make the baguette. So for this we have about 645 grams of flour, 12 more grams of salt, make a little well, and add 300 ml of water. Now again, just with one hand, I will mix it to form a paste. Add 12 more grams of yeast. Now that the dough has come together, we're going to again flour a surface and pour sticky dough on top. And now we keep on kneading this dough until it no longer sticks to my fingers. If it still sticks to the surface, dust it with some more flour. This is a smart idea to do in a KitchenAid. Then again, it's rather done by Kitchenique. So another way of kneading your dough perfectly is by banging it hard on the table. Now think of your worst possible enemy, conservatives, and just bang it hard on the table like this. And then knead, and bang, knead, bang, knead, bang, knead, bang. I'm going to stop now. So now that my hands don't stick to the dough anymore, it's time to keep it to rise for another hour. So this time, I'm going to put it on a board. And now we leave this in a corner to double in size, just like I double in size after a good meal. So let's work with this overgrown piece of dough. Lightly dust it with flour so that it doesn't stick, not that it will. And now we divide it into two. Go. Let's take one, elongate it. According to a traditional shape of the baguette, it's slightly wider in the center and tapering towards the edges. So the second one that I've made is the even in all directions shape. Now that we have shaped these breads, they need about half an hour to prove. So that is half an hour of more glorious waiting time. Now I'm going to spray this with some water, make it nice and moist. We're going to dust it with some flour. And just brush off some of the excess one on this. Now the reason why we brush it with flour is so that when it's in the oven, the crust doesn't burn too much and the flour gets nice and toasted and it really gives this rustic bread feel to it. It's really good. After we've done this, we're going to give it a few slashes to give it a traditional look. Also, what happens is, when you slash it, it gets cooked from the inside as well. Now that this is done, it goes in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes at 230 degrees. Baguettes are not cooked in preheated ovens. They start in cold or room temperature oven. And also, baguettes are cooked with steam. So what I've done is, I've put a casserole dish with some water in it, and now I'm going to put the baguettes on the top. As the oven temperature rises, there's going to be steam from here, from the boiling water, and that's going to help cook the baguette. What we do is after about 20 minutes, we take the steam out and we cook it for another 5 minutes and keep it in the oven as the temperature stops dropping. That is what cooks a traditional scrumptious baguette. And so we bake. Time to cut the baguette. And now that we're done with the bread, let's move on to the next step. So that was the end of part 1. What's up with the attention span now? Do you wish to watch the second one? Well, click on the link below.